For centuries, Indian society has never welcomed the birth of a daughter. Despite the economic prosperity and technological growth in the last 2 decades, social and cultural norms in India still carry a deep gender bias and prejudice against women and girl children. They are even denied the right to be born. And even if they survive, they are seen as a huge burden and not a blessing. As a result, a gross imbalance is developing between the numbers of boys and girls in the country. The latest census figures of 2011 reveal an alarming gender gap in the age group of 0 to 6 years. The phenomenon of vanishing girls from Indian society is deeply disturbing and shocking.
शिशु लिंगानुपात में कमी का आना ये हम सभी के सामने अभी एक प्रॉब्लम है, जिससे हम सभी राज्य, पूरा देश इससे अभी जूझ रहा है। खास करके जब सेंसस 2011 का जब जनगणना आया, प्रोविजनल डेटा अभी आया है, उन सब पूरे राज्यों में एक भारी गिरावट देखने को मिली है। खास करके ये 0 से 6 वर्ष में जो आबादी है बच्चों की, 0 से 6 वर्ष के एज ग्रुप में खास के लड़कियों की जो कमी आ रही है वो किसी एक पर्टिकुलर रीज़न से आ रही है, जिसको अभी हम लोग ये एस्टेब्लिश भी किया जा चुका है कि आखिर ये गिरावट क्यों दर्ज की जा रही है। इसी चीज़ को अगर और हम लोग रीइंफोर्स करने के लिए देखें कि आखिर ये गिरावट 0 से 6 वर्ष में है, तो क्या लोगों का कहना होता है कि कई फैक्टर हैं जिनके लिए जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल हैं 0 से 6 वर्ष में लड़कियों के गायब होने के। तो जैसा मैंने अभी बताया, कई फीमेल फिटिसाइड, फीमेल इन्फेंटिसाइड, गर्ल चाइल्ड नेगलेक्ट, ये सब वजहें हैं। लेकिन एक ख़ास वजह है जिसकी वजह से लड़कियों की संख्या में भारी गिरावट आ रही है, वो है लिंग जांच, जिसको सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन कहते हैं, जो सोनोग्राफी मशीन के द्वारा लिंग जांच की जाती है।
In 1991, sex ratio for 0 to 6 years age group was 947 girls per 1,000 boys. 10 years later, in 2001, it had fallen to 927 girls for 1,000 boys in the country. The provisional figures of the latest head count show that the gap between the numbers of girls per 1,000 boys up to the age of 6 has increased to 914, which happens to be the worst gender ratio after independence. This is in stark contrast to most countries in the world, where women on an average make up close to 50% of the population. And only China has a greater imbalance than India.
The technology is getting smarter, it's getting more easily available. The desire to have a son is legitimate. There's nothing illegal or unethical about it. But to kill a female fetus is both unethical and illegal, and it should be stopped. The number of girls which have been killed over the last 20 years is going to change our society very significantly in the next 20 years, and all of us will have to pay the price for it.
The traditional method of getting rid of an unwanted girl child was female infanticide. But with the advancement of medical technology, infanticide has given way to female feticide. With easy availability of modern scientific techniques such as ultrasound scans and amniocentesis, it is now easier to discover the sex of a child in the womb and then abort it if it is a female child. Female feticide is a result of an unholy alliance between traditional views and modern technology that is creating havoc with the sex ratio in Indian society.
It didn't happen in the early years because technology of killing children was not very efficient. But what happened in the 70s and 80s? The technology came, the most efficient technology came. So you had the two-child norm and you had an efficient technology. So the rate of attrition of the number of girl children went from here to here, and that is history. That is part of history. Now we are left with the results of history. What do we do?
The birth of a son has long been more highly valued than a daughter. The girl child is treated right from her birth as an extra mouth to feed and another man's property. Dowry system in India plays a crucial role in people's preference for the male child. There are customary beliefs among Hindus that require the male progeny to perform last rites of the parents.
When I had my daughters, especially the second one, a lot of my relations and my friends, they said, poor Sandhya, she has a daughter once again, the second time. I feel really irritated when somebody says like that. Even the educated people, they feel they should have a son. Just to carry family name, you need a son. And just to light the funeral pyre, you need a son. Son, that is son obsession in the society.
Every week in India, thousands of baby girls are aborted and abandoned simply because of their gender. Ultrasound scanning, being a non-invasive technique, quickly gained popularity, and sex-selective abortion became an easy way out to get rid of a daughter even before her birth. While estimates suggest that around 10 million girls were wiped out or simply not born over the last 2 decades in India. The consequences of missing girls are very tragic, painful and disastrous to contemplate in respect of India's future.
The social consequences of millions of missing girls will be horrific. In the last 60 years, partition was the worst genocide where over 1 million people died. Now in our country we are almost enacting a partition every year now. We are losing about nearly 1 million, going to lose nearly 1 million girls in the coming decade.
In India, sex ratio fell significantly after the 1980s when ultrasound machines for antenatal sex determination became available in some of the most remote rural areas. With the advent of privatization and aggressive commercialization, the use of prenatal diagnostic technologies has grown into a thriving business which is proving hard to control.
पर मैं निश्चित रूप से कह सकता हूं कि 90 से 95% डॉक्टर ऐसे हैं जो इस प्रोसेस से सहमत नहीं है कि सेक्स डिटरमिन करना चाहिए या सेक्स बनाना चाहिए। ये 100 में से 5 से मैक्सिमम 10 डॉक्टर ऐसे होंगे जो इसके टेम्पटेशन में एंट्रैप हो जाते हैं, जिनको पैसा दिखता है और वो सोचते हैं कि अपना क्या जाता है। वो शायद वो जो 5 से 10% डॉक्टर हैं उनकी वजह से पूरी मेडिकल कम्युनिटी संदेह के घेरे में।
The campaigners against female feticide in the country believe that the girls have not vanished overnight. They blame the unethical medical fraternity for the mindless commercial exploitation of sex-selective discriminatory practices. According to them, what the country is witnessing today is the systematic extermination of the female child, with the ultrasound machine serving as an instrument of murder.
Sex selection was promoted by doctors. People didn't demand sex selection. Doctors took several years to ensure that people accepted determination, people followed with sex selective abortion. So, because it was good business for the doctors, we have lost millions and millions of girls, because the more unethical a doctor is, the more money he or she makes. So unless we are able to restrain unethical doctors, we have no hope for more and more girls to be born.
The Government of India passed the Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Prohibition of Sex Selection Act, known as PCP-NDT Act, in 1994, banning prenatal sex determination. The objective of the act was to check the misuse